What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to Black Metal. It's time for a big edition of... That's right, time for the mail. And I've got this huge, heavy, and I mean heavy box. And I haven't even opened it yet. I've actually had this box sitting here for a couple days. I've just been way busy. So I went to the gym today, and I just got back from the gym. I'm still wearing my gym clothes, all sweaty and nasty and dirty. But, what the heck. I have a few minutes, so I thought I'm going to open up this now so I can see what it is. And I'm yammering on because I'm trying to get this box open. I just haven't figured out how to open it quite yet. There's more than one way to defeat a box. If your knife doesn't get through it, just tear it. That's what I just did. Alright, let's see what's in this giant box that is now on the floor. Alright, first of all, there's some jerseys in here. This package is coming from Greg the Egg from Canada, who is a good friend of mine. We chat all the time through email and back and forth about everything from life to music. And he, being in Canada, seems to find hockey stuff rather cheaply, whereas I don't, because I live in the desert. But we do have a hockey team here. My grandkids play on it, and my youngest, one of my younger grandkids, is now just start playing too. So now I got two grandkids playing hockey. But he finds youth stuff all the time cheap, and he sends it to me. And stuff like this, which is it's a small child's jersey. And I donate these to the local hockey club, and they give them to the kids to play. Really cool that they do that, because hockey equipment's expensive. Obviously, they don't use these for games, but they can use them for practice jerseys and those kind of things. So they're really cool. This one here actually is signed by somebody. I don't know who it is, but Prince George Cougars, number 15, it's signed by. So, but I don't know the Prince George Cougars enough to tell you who that is. And then there's looks like maybe a hockey shirt on the top here. Yes, one of my... Oh, nope, sorry. I was going to say one of my favorite teams, and then I realized who it actually was. Nope, one of my wife's favorite teams. My wife follows hockey as I do, but she's a Kings fan. She's a Kings fan and a Penguins fan, whereas I am a Flyers fan and a Kings fan. So, yeah, we don't exactly agree when it comes to the Philadelphia rivalry team. I can't stand the Penguins, never have. Not a fan of Crybaby Crosby. So anyhow, just not my thing. Anyhow, that's cool. My wife will actually inherit this shirt, and she will wear it. All right, and then we have another T-shirt in here. Oh, this is cool. Queen, classic Queen crest on there. None more black on the back. All right, and what else we got in here? This looks like a Ducks. This is the Anaheim Ducks, and this is a T-shirt as well. This looks a little small. This might be I can't tell how big it is, but the Ducks stuff also goes to a friend of mine who is a huge Ducks fan, Bill Bafford, who's one of my very close friends. He's a big Ducks fan. He lives in the L.A. Anaheim area, so he goes to see them regularly. So he'll inherit that one. All right, now what else we got in here? There's a bag of stuff, which I'm going to sit over here, and we'll go to that in a minute. There is a hat, which I will put on for everybody to see. There we go. What do you think? Does it work for me? So I got my ducky hat. All right. Oh, what else is in here? I might have put this on, but I just can't do it. Penguins. Any other team, and I would have put it on top of my ducky hat, but I just can't bring myself to put on sorry, can't do it. Can't put on a Penguins hat. Again, my wife will inherit that one. So, all right, what else do we have in here? Some CDs. Let's go through the CDs. There's a pile of CDs in here. A big pile of CDs. All right, here we go. Let's get through the CDs here. Lita Ford, Greatest Hits Live. I think I own every single CD by Lita Ford, except this one. It's which is cool. I like Lita Ford live better than actually I like her in the studio because she's a little heavier, but a little too hot for this. Like I said, I live in the desert. It is, you know, almost spring and winter, but it's still hitting almost 70 here today. So, all right, Lita Ford Greatest Hits Live. So looking forward to checking that out. Yeah, little Lita Ford. The Cat in the Hat, the original motion picture soundtrack. This is the kind of thing that your grandkids are into, right? Cat in the Hat. I have no idea who played on this thing, so let's see here. I don't know any of this stuff. Sometimes you know, movie soundtracks are kind of fun, but this one I don't know anything about. So, Cat in the Hat. Alrighty, then we have a Blackmore's Night single. Of course, Richie Blackmore and his wife doing, I don't know if they call it Celtic music. It's not anything like Rainbow or Deep Purple. It's not even heavy. It's definitely very much different than what you would think, you know, expect from Richie Blackmore. But, I mean, it's well done. It's just very different in style. All right, what else we got here? BBC Sessions, Cream, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce, and Eric Clapton. That's cool. I do like Cream. One of the early power trios of heavy rock. Many people call Cream, you know, one of the proto metal bands. Obviously, they're not a metal band, but they were one of the, you know, proto bands for that, along with like Jimi Hendrix Experience, which was also a power trio. So I do like Cream. So very cool. They're funny because they were around a short amount of time, but man, they had a lot of hits. All right, then we've got Yes Union. This was back when all the original members got back together, even with some of the newer members. So you've got John Anderson, who is no longer singing for Yes, but he was the Yes singer all the way up until just recently. Bill Bruford, drums, Steve Howe, guitar, Tony Kaye, guitar, Trevor Rabin, guitar. I'm sorry, Tony Kaye was keyboards. Trevor Rabin, guitar, Chris Squire, the one and only bass. Of course, we lost him some time ago. Rick Wakeman, keyboards, and then Alan White also on drums. So this is not one of their more popular albums, but I really like this album. I don't know if it was just when it came out I listened to it a lot, but I still really enjoy this album and pull it out from time to time. So, all right, this next one is a Grail here. So Thomas and the Magical Railroad. I know you're all jealous and you all want this, but I'm sorry, I can't give that one up. So, all right, what else we got in here? Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Black Moon. I can honestly say I've never heard this album, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. I am a big prog rock fan. I do have several Emerson, Lake and Palmer albums in my collection. This is just not one that I've ever listened to. This one's from 1992, Polygram Records. So that is one I'm looking forward to. Of course, I'll play the Thomas the Tank Engine one first, but you know. This is Gary Moore, Blues for Greenie. This was when Gary Moore was, of course, another musician that has passed away in recent years. This is his straightforward blues period. I like him with Thin Lizzy. I like his hard rock and heavy metal stuff, but I also like his blues stuff. So very cool. All right, I think I only have like 3 copies of this now. So, but this is Anne Murray's There's a Hippo in My Tub. I think I might have it on 8-track and vinyl and CD. So there you go. You know, when you got a good album, you know, you have to have it in multiple formats. So you never know when you're going to be in a 1978 Chevy Impala with an 8-track player. So yeah, Alcatraz. This is Born Innocent. This is a more recent album. Gosh, couldn't be like 4 or 5 years old. Itty bitty little type on the back. Looks like 2020 to me. But yeah, good album. I'm trying to remember who the guitar player was in this band, because obviously it wasn't Steve Vai or Yngwie. It was Joe Stomp. Jimmy Waldo on keyboards, Gary Shea on bass, and I can't read the bass player's name. Sorry. Itty bitty little type. And I don't have my magnifying glass in front of me, so Alcatraz. Of course, Graham Bonnet on vocals. All right, Tease. Love Tease. This is a hard rock band, 70s style heavy metal from Canada. I don't have all their albums, and I don't think any on CD. So this is my first one on CD. I have most of them on vinyl. So this is very cool. Oh no, we might have trumped the other Grail with this Grail. This is the sing along collection of Humpty Dumpty. Nah, Thomas the Tank Engine still has it. This is Christie Steel, Magnet to Steel, which is melodic hard rock. Some people call it heavy metal back in the day. It's pretty melodic, and it's not mellow. It's just melodic. It's more of a hard rock than it is metal to me. But regardless, Christie Steel. What do we have here? Genesis 3 Sides Live. Let's see. This is the Canadian pressing, which does have the fourth side has. Let's see here. Yeah, the fourth side is a well, obviously it's a CD, but so there's no four sides. But the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 tracks are studio tracks. But there is. I also have this on CD, but I have the UK version, which actually is fully live, and those extra tracks on there. I also have it on vinyl, so you know, with the studio tracks. But this is cool. This is very cool. This will be staying in my collection because I'm a Genesis fanatic and didn't have this particular version. So, how many versions do you need? I don't know. Keep sending them. I'll find out. All right, and this is a beginner's guide to Bulky Valley bird song. So, I'll be learning some bird songs from this one. Anyhow, beginning guide to Bulky Valley bird song. 2-disc collection. Bird songs. Right on. Let's see what else is in this box. All right, there is. I don't know what. There's some vinyl in here. Wow, there's a lot. This box is ridiculously heavy. Of course, don't forget my duck hat. That's the most important piece. All right. There's some books in here. Deep Purple, A Matter of Fact. The companion to Deep Purple's music, a full of bizarre, obscure, and amazing facts that have surrounded the band throughout his career over 40 years. That should be a fun read. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. I am a Deep Purple fanatic, so that's very cool. This is a child's book. I want to play hockey. That's awesome. Like I said, I have a brand new grandson. I have a brand new grandson. I have a grandson who's turning 5, who I will be giving this book to. So he's just going into like kindergarten. So, all right, this is pen. Oh, this is a. Hang on, I need to put some stuff down. I got too much stuff in my hand, and I'm beginning to drop it. All right, so this is an old circus magazine with Ted Nugent, a Peter Criss poster, Genesis, and McCartney and Wings on the cover. And I'm curious to see if the poster's actually in here. And I love these old Cream and Circus and Hit Parader and those kind of magazines. I love them. But a lot of times the posters are missing. And this one is not. Peter Criss poster. There you go. So very cool. And the problem with it when the posters are missing is the backs of the posters are part of like an article. So if the poster's missing, part of the articles are missing. So anyhow, I love these kind of things. So very cool. Running out of space here. I don't know what this is. It looks to be... Alright, so this is an Iron Kingdom flyer. This kind of things are... I know some people think this kind of stuff's silly, but I have folders and folders full of flyers and 8x10 promo photos and stuff like this. And Iron Kingdom are fantastic. New wave of traditional heavy metal band from Canada. So do yourself a favor and check out Iron Kingdom if you're into straightforward heavy metal. This is a Pandora's video collectors live from Houston in '77. So it's like a DVD cover. So I don't know, maybe there's a DVD in here or if it's just a cool little collectible thing. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. And then there's a Classic Rock magazine with Thin Lizzy, which most of you know, along with Aerosmith and Nugent and Kiss and Angel and a bunch of other bands, are one of my all-time favorite bands. But especially Lizzy. Lizzy are just one of those bands that anything. I collect anything by them, so love them. All right, and then we've got a DVD of Steve Morse, which I'm looking forward to. Of course, Steve Morse was in the Dixie Dregs, I believe, and then he did a lot of solo stuff, and then he was in Deep Purple for many, many years. He just recently left Deep Purple due to, I believe his wife was sick, if I'm not mistaken. So, all right, and then this book looks awesome. Oh, it's a Martin Popoff book. I love. He's such a, he just kind of grew up at the same time as me and the same kind of music as me, so kind of love his books. And this is Lights Out UFO, Surviving the 70s with UFO. So that should be another good read. All right, what else we got in here? Oh, this looks to be another shirt. It is inside out. Let's see. Let's make it right side in. It's blue. I can tell you that. Oh, this is a cool shirt. This is it's kind of a blue tie-dye shirt from Kiss, and see, it says the hottest band in the land, and it actually has the correct people on there. It actually has, Gene, Paul, Peter, and Ace. Cobo Hall, Detroit, it says on there. Coming to your town in 1976. So that's a cool shirt. Alrighty, let's see. I'm not done yet, so I'm got to keep going. Alright, now we got a big old pile of vinyl here. And like I said, I'm running out of space. I need to find some space here. Got me a new microphone so I can start using a microphone when I record. Okay. We've got a spooky sounding Halloween story. A flexi disc. This came with something craft. I still have the other grail he sent me in a recent package sitting right here. Liberace, The Way We Were. Again, I know some people are going to want it. I realize that, but it's, sorry. I'm keeping that one for myself. All right, some 7 inches here. 38 special, one time for old times. Backed with Long Distance Affair on the A&M label with the A&M sleeve. And this is a U.S. pressing. This is 38 special, If I'd Be the One, backed with 20th Century Fox. Again, on the A&M Records, with the A&M Records sleeve. And this one looks like 38 special as well. Back Where You Belong. I remember that song without even looking it up. And then Undercover Lover. Again, A&M Records with the A&M Records sleeve. And this looks to be a U.S. pressing as well. And then we've got Nazareth with Holiday on the. This also is A&M Records, but it's an older A&M Records, and it's backed with Ship of Dreams. And then Emerson, Lake and Powell, Touch and Go, 7-inch picture sleeve single. And to go along with my Thomas the Tank Engine record, we've got, of course, Three Little Pigs. Fun Time Records from Three Little Pigs. And on the Polydor label, Donny Osmond, Love Me, backed with Too Young. wouldn't be a package from Greg the Egg without some Donny Osmond in it. So, all right, and then we've got a pile of 12-inch records here. And then I've still got whatever's in this bag that I'm holding for last. Not that he said to hold it for last, I just am. So, all right, we got Ken Hensley, Proud Words on a Dusty Shelf. And I don't have this album. Of course, Ken Hensley was part of Uriah Heep, and he was with Blackfoot as well for a spell. This is Kick Axe Vices. This is a classic Canadian hard rock heavy metal album. If you don't have this one, I know many metal fans that love this album. So even guys who hate the kind of glammy 80s stuff like this album. So obviously a very odd cover. The little Vice robot guy with the weird eyes on the end. But yeah, it's a good record despite the weird cover. Oh, this is cool. I've never seen this, and I don't own this. If I can get it up. This is Michael Schenker Universe, and it's a book. And it's going to probably be a CD book. It is a CD book. But yeah, it's let's see, I'm getting a really bad glare, but you can see it's a big old fat hardcover Smythsonian book. Let's see if I can show you a few more pictures in here. There's another picture of the full band. Yeah, this thing is massive, and it just looks like it's just a single disc. From what I can tell, yeah, just a single disc in the back. There you go. And this just happens to be one. I mean, Schenker's got a lot of records out. I mean, a lot. And this just happens to be one that I do not have in any form. So very cool. It's a very unusual packaging, which I love that kind of stuff. I mean, being a graphic designer and working with record companies is kind of a thing I enjoy, you know. So that is just badass. Very cool. I'm gonna put this down here because it's heavy. Oh, I showed you all a moment ago my my Grail Liberace Flexi. Now we've got the best By the Time I Get to Phoenix by Liberace on vinyl. Right on. And these are comedy records. This is Mike Warnke, Jester in the King's Court. I actually saw him live in concert. I don't know if you call it comedian in concert, but anyhow, I saw him live performing a couple of times back in the, gosh, had to be the early 90s, the late 80s, early 90s. Very, very funny guy. Unfortunately, he got involved with some sort of scandal. I don't know what it was, and he kind of just like disappeared from everything and everybody. So, anyhow, this is Hey Doc, also Mike Warnke. Again, he's a comedian. Like I said, very funny guy. I wonder what year this came out. Let's see if I can see a year on it. Because, yeah, I know I saw him. This is 78. So, yeah, I saw him. It had to be like 1989, 1990, 91, somewhere in that area when I saw him. This is awesome. This is the Yale Bowl 71 Record Store Day. This is fantastic. It's not. It looks like a bootleg. It's not a bootleg. It's an official release that was released on Record Store Day. I think this was a Canadian release. Let's see here. No, it's a USA release. It just was also released in Canada. So they kind of made it look like an old bootleg. Even gave it, even put all the dirt on it. But I don't know if you remember those old 70s, early 80s bootlegs. They just had a white sleeve and then they had a piece of paper wrapped around it. It's kind of what you're going on here, but it's not really wrapped around it. It's actually printed on there. But they made it look, they gave it a little shadow. Yeah, it's really cool packaging. One of my all-time favorite bands. This is Manic Moonlight by King's X. Oddly enough, as I show this record, I just finished a brand new vinyl pressing of this for another label, and it came out spectacular. They got it remastered for vinyl, and the sound is fantastic. I got to hear the early test pressing of it, and very, very cool. So it'll be interesting to compare this version to the album coming out that I worked on, which is coming out this year, I believe, in a month or two. So it's going to be going on sale really, really soon. All right, and now we've got, let's see, this is Thor, Thor's Teeth. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know much about this one, but I do like Thor. Of course, Thor was a Canadian metal band. The dude is a big bodybuilder kind of guy. Let's see here what is this? Oh, wow, and it's autographed by Thor in 2018. Here's you can see the gold stamp autograph inside of it. Recorded live, Maryland, in Baltimore, Maryland, on the eve of the show that ends that ends the world, January 8th, 2010. John McAll Thor on vocals. I don't recognize any of these other members of the band, but that doesn't mean anything. But yeah, this is really cool. I wonder if this is a bootleg. I mean, it kind of looks like a bootleg. It even has the so it's got a white with marbling on it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to invest into this one because I just don't know about what this is. But it looks to me like a bootleg. I don't recognize the label. A389 Recordings. Maybe it is official. I don't know. It's just odd that it has the bootleg style white center labels as opposed to actual printed center labels. So, but yeah, very cool. I don't know. This is definitely a curiosity and something I'm glad he picked that up for me. That's really cool. I love underground, unusual stuff like this. And this is spectacular. This album is fan-freaking-tastic. This is Battleground. This is a live album. It is the first album with their fourth vocalist. Unfortunately, all of their past vocalists have died. Trying to remember the name of the vocalist that sings on this one. Of course, there's not any original members left in the band. All the original band members have passed away. But Bobby Ingram's been keeping the name and the music alive for quite a while now. So, yeah, I still don't see the name of the singer in here. I believe this is a triple album, too. It is a triple album. 3 album set, some great live photos. There you go. Again, I don't see a name of the vocalist. That's unfortunate. Let's see here. So you got Bobby Ingram on lead guitar. Now Bobby's been with the band since the 80s. Then you've got John Galvin on keyboards, who also has been with the band since the 80s. So both those guys have been around for quite a while. John Galvin, of course, plays keyboards. Tim Lindsay on bass, who's been with the band, and Sean Beamer on drums, who's also been with the band for decades. And Jimmy Elkins on lead vocals and harmonica. So there you go. Jimmy Elkins is the new vocalist. So yeah, it's fantastic. This is a great, great album. So really glad he sent that along. Sorry, my computer's making all the noises because I had some of that stuff was sitting on my keyboard. All right, now we got what's ever in here, and there's a Kings shirt right on top because black LA Kings with the classic Kings logo. This is a large, which now fits me. I've lost like 20 pounds. You get older and you have to start dealing with things like, eating, I've always exercised and I've always eaten right, but as you get older, your metabolism slows down, so you just start to, I don't know what's the word, you just, doesn't matter what you do, you're going to gain weight even if you're eating right and exercising, and unfortunately that was happening to me, so I had to do something else, and yeah, so I'm down 20 pounds, which I'm glad about. So, and then we've got, feels like a jersey. It is a jersey. It's inside out. Oh, I can tell you right now, this is a classic Kings jersey. The yellow and purple, back in the yellow and purple color, so it's probably got the classic Kings, what do you call it, the Royal Crown logo on there. I'm just trying to turn it right inside out. Oops. That was my ruler. That's cool. Yeah, that's badass. I'll be wearing this one to the next Kings game I go to. We used to go to, I live in New Mexico. We used to go to Arizona all the time to see the games whenever the Kings where the Flyers were playing in, whenever they were playing in Arizona. Unfortunately, Arizona doesn't have a team at the moment. But now Vegas, which is also, not too far away that I can't go see a game if we really want to. My kids just went, my adult kids just went to go see the Kings play this past week. So this is really cool, Greg. Thank you very much for that. That's spectacular. I'm not sure it's quite as good as the Liberace record or my new hat, my new ducky hat. Does it squeak? Oh, that would have been badass if you had a squeaker in here on top of it, right? But yeah, I mean, I've got my hat. It actually matches yellow, so I got my hat and my Kings jersey. So I'm sporting. There you go. How do I look? Is it good? Awesome package, man. I really appreciate it. That was just a ridiculously big package. Yeah, that Molly Hatchet record, that Michael Schenker record, that Thor record, I'm really anxious to check out what that one's all about. Some great stuff in there. And of course, the Thomas the Tank Engine thing is, just beyond awesome. So, is that it? Oh, wait, there is one more thing in the bottom. I didn't see it. Oh, well, it's a Penguins thing, so, my wife gets the Penguin stuff, or my grandkids, or somebody. Oh, yeah. He sent me these before. It's like a pennant. And he sent me 2 from the Flyers. He sent me a bunch of these. And I kept them all for a long time. And since then, I've given it to my grandson, who's got him hanging in his bedroom. So, because he's a big hockey fan and he plays hockey. So yeah, that one's going to go to him too. So very cool. There you go. That's my package. Do check out his channel, Blackmore Rules, on YouTube. He also was recently on the Metal Roundtable, so I'm going to have him back on the Metal Roundtable again because, well, he's my buddy. So why wouldn't I? Anyhow, that's it. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.